You ready to let the dogs out?
What?
Do what?
From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
Join Pet Pals TV's Patty Spitler as we celebrate our furry friends.
Cats, dogs, and all the critters in your family.
Celebrate the bond between pets and people and meet Hoosier heroes saving four-legged lives.
I love it. Good. I'm glad.
It's the Positively Patty Podcast.
I can't wait anymore. Me neither.
Now, your host, here's Wish TV contributor Patty Spitler.
Coming up on the Positively Patty podcast, we have a special guest today, and that guest will be Craig Prater. Craig Prater is the president of the Heartland International Film Festival. So what are we talking about today? Well, we'll start off with a little bit about his doggie named Sophia, and where did he get that name, which leads us into all things arts and cultural, from the movies to stage to screen and all things in between. It's real life TV, and it's coming to a television near you. And now on the Positively Patty podcast, we've got a very special friend who is returning, and we're going to talk about some very interesting things today, so stay with us for that. First off, though, how's Sophia? Craig Prater, president of Heartland International Film Festival. How's that doggie?
Sophia is doing great. She gets more spoiled every day, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Of course, there's so many out there that need to be spoiled and aren't. And when you have one, yes, spoil it, spoil it, spoil it. So I don't think people know this. Where did you get the name Sophia?
Well, back a few years ago, the film festival I was associated with in Palm Springs, California, we honored Sophia Loren. And I became a real fan then. And I've loved her ever since. So I thought, when I have a little girl, even though she's a cute little puppy, she's going to be Sophia.
Sophia, it's perfect. And she is a cute little puppy. Okay, we're moving on to some other things now, and doggone it, as I said. We're going to talk about a new show, because, Craig, we're not busy enough, are we? You and I, along with Jason Heath as the executive producer, going to do a new show called Real Life TV, R-E-E-L, Real Life TV. It will premiere on WNDY at 11 a.m. on March 7th. Yikes, it's coming up. Tell us about the show and what we're going to achieve.
Do you know what? I like to try not to get carried away and get too excited, but Patty, I've got to admit, I'm kind of head over heels with it. This is too exciting. Right. Because the cultural arts community has been hit very hard this past year. And like everybody else, we're scrambling. What do we do next? How do we get our names out there? How do we get exposure for what we're trying to do and survive? And Real Life TV, I believe, is going to be the vehicle that does that. Mm-hmm. And not only are we going to focus on the cultural arts of here in Indianapolis, and of course, sneaking in there those comments of Heartland Film, of course. Of course. But we're going to be touching on a national level of things happening in film and the celebrities, live stage work. Yes. I think we're touching on everything in the cultural arts.
Well, as you said, everything's been affected. Dance, nobody's doing that anymore. The theater, nobody's going. Even Broadway's closed down. I mean, that's right. Everything's closed down right now. So, I told you this, I think personally before, I have friends who are in the entertainment business who are in bands or comedians. They're not doing anything either. So let's talk about where we were and celebrate all of our history. Where are we now? And the bright spot light at the end of the tunnel, where are we going to go? And how do we fix this, if at all possible? Do you believe it's fixable? Let me ask you that.
I certainly do. Good. I'm even adjusting to the reference to what is normal. For the near future. I think normal is going to look and feel different, but I think that makes it exciting because the cultural arts is all about change anyway. So we're going to emphasize that, and you mentioned dance, but of course film and live theater. But I think we've got some episodes that you're mentioning, some jazz people and music and everything. So I don't think we've missed anything, Patty. Well,
and it's funny when you start a project like this. And by the way, let me tell you, I had an idea. Actually, it was about a year ago. Something about maybe I could do something with he said, she said, and I could do it. And I mentioned it to you, and I mentioned it to Jason. And all of a sudden, that little segment that we were going to do became a whole show. And we're not in any struggle to get items and people and things to talk about. We're going to need a bigger show, paraphrasing Jaws. We're going to need a bigger boat.
And we're having to juggle a bunch of those things now because we've got a lot of people that are interested, want to participate. But one of those people, do you want to mention that one of those people, when we talked about he said, she said in their early days, I think somebody on the West Coast may be showing up here is... I think that's going to get a lot of attention too, don't you?
Yeah, it's funny because when he, as Craig alluded to, came in for your film festival.
He was here for our film festival.
So we ended up knowing, you and I knew that some of the same people. And he being Manny De La Rosa, he's the movie guy, and he's out in Palm Springs, and he is going to be doing our movie reviews. Now, a lot of folks kind of let it go because there's no more in-person interviews with celebrities, but he's kept it up with Zoom, and he's kept watching. There's so much out there on Hulu and what is the name, the Netflix and all these things, and he is right up to date, and he's so entertaining himself.
He's so entertaining, he's up to speed about the new movies and the celebrities associated with those movies. And you know what, Patty, we've got some film critics here in this city too that I think I'm going to challenge them to start letting us know their comments. Are they agreeing with some of the things that we're hearing on a national level? Well, what if we got our film critics here sending us notes saying, but Craig and Patty, did you know this is my opinion about the film? Yeah. That's what's fun about film.
Yes, and that's what we've missed too. And I must say, I don't know, let me ask you, don't tell anybody. Personal question, have you been in a theater since the pandemic? I haven't.
I haven't either.
But
Patty, I haven't been anywhere. I guess I'm one of those people that, all right, I have to give a little comment about of age because I've been very paranoid about doing anything. It's walking my little dog and going to the grocery store during senior hours when there's nobody there.
I truly
so
understand.
No, I've not been to the theaters or anything.
I haven't either. I'm looking forward to doing that again. And I know there's Zooming and Skyping and we watch things streaming. It's not the same as going into a theater, and I can't wait to do that again.
You know what? Yes, and film festivals. You know what? We like to say that they're going to the film festival to see quality new films, but there's that film festival experience, walking out of that theater door and start talking to people. Did you like it? Why didn't you like it? Why did you like it? So, yeah, we're looking forward to it.
We'll get back there. The shots are coming, and you had both your shots, didn't you?
I've got both my shots, and I don't want anybody to be afraid of it because my second one, I even started questioning one day on social media, do you think that nurse hit my arm? Because I didn't even have a sore arm from that second shot.
I didn't either.
No.
This arm hurts, but that's arthritis. That's the other one.
Oh, no.
This is the one I got.
Patty, let's don't talk about arthritis because you'll get me started. We'll never get off the air.
Creak, crack. Maybe I can make it crack so you can hear. But I got my first shot. I'm waiting for my second one. So that's helping to loosen things up, and maybe again, hopefully sooner rather than later, we can get back to the new normal. So we're looking at that. That's what we're going to explore. Now let's talk about what we have on our first show. Who are you going to be highlighting and profiling?
I've got two people I'm highlighting, and I think I really got some great people to talk about because we're going to touch base with Greg Sorvig, who is the artistic director of Heartland Film, and he's going to give some inside information about what's Heartland's association with the Academy and the Golden Globes. And I don't want to steal his thunder, but I think Heartland did it again this year. So
really?
We'll let him tell about that.
Okay.
But then I'm also going to have Julie Goodman on, who is the CEO at the Indy Cultural Arts Association. And she has done one incredible job of working with all the cultural arts people of Indianapolis. And I'm very honored that she's finding the time to be on our show.
Right. And, Patty, what are you going to do?
Oh, well, Patty, I know what you're going to... That's right. Tell us what you're going to do because I'm really envious of what you're covering.
Well, I saw him through, again, Craig Prater with the Heartland International Film Festivals, and he was highlighted, it was 2019, for We Shall Not Die Now. He did a documentary, and interviewed some of the folks who were in, concentration camps for the Holocaust. He was 18 years old when he did that documentary.
Unbelievable.
I couldn't believe it. And time passed. He has another movie that's coming out about the Appalachian people and how they bond together, but it's one of the most challenging areas as far as economically. And then he's going to do a documentary, the third one, on JFK.
JFK, a 6-part documentary series.
And he's 20 years old now. Most 20-year-olds are on TikTok. I mean, I'm not saying that's bad, but he's got an old soul. His name is Ashton Gleckman. He is amazing. And he's also a performing artist. Well, he likes to do his own composing. He can play the organ, the piano. He's got 6 guitars in his basement. Oh, and he also has 3 cats.
I know. Patty, I think the viewers are going to be so impressed with listening and seeing that young man because he's so diverse. He could do everything.
Yes.
And you're right, that JFK series has got my attention, and he showed me some of the pictorial things that he's got for the film.
Yeah.
And I knee-jerk reaction. I said, "Did you know I've got a copy of that?" Because I remember. And then I thought, that young man is looking at me, thinking, "How you're older than I thought." But some of us remember when all that happened, and I can't wait to see his series.
Oh, I can't. I remember my mother was and I was just a kid, but I remembered my mom was a huge JFK fan because she's from Chelmsford, which is close to Boston, Massachusetts, and they had the same accent.
Yes.
So she just loved it. That was a devastating time to go through.
It's horrible.
So, but here's this young gentleman who, did I tell you that his mother, I talked to his mother and I said, does he have any friends his own age? And she said, well, a couple. But said when he was a little boy, they'd go into Dunkin' Donuts, and he'd go up and talk to the 50 and 60-year-olds.
Yeah.
Because those are the people he related to as a small child.
That doesn't surprise me. I know sometimes when I'm talking to him, because he's so delightful and charming to talk to, but sometimes I think after I say hello to him, and what's your new project right now, I'm thinking, oh gosh, what could I talk to that I would stimulate the conversation with this young man, because he's brilliant.
And he knows.
I've told him he's from another planet, Patty, because he just doesn't seem like he just can talk about anything at any time.
Now, let's interject this. For as smart as he is, and as talented as he is, and as insightful as he is, he's also a nice guy. He's extremely personable. You're absolutely right. Personable. And, sometimes I think when there's people like that, we put that crazy term, the nerd, on there. Yeah.
No. That's not him. He's Mr. Personality, Mr. Charismatic. He's everything.
Yeah. And I've interviewed, as you have too, and talked to a lot of celebrities in my life, and I'm thoroughly impressed with this young man. Yeah. So please tune in. And again, we're talking about Real Life TV, and it'll be on its premiere. Our initial episode is March 7th, 11 a.m. on WNDY. And then you can go, when some of the items intrigue you, go to Heartland
Film, heartlandfilm.org, and get all the details, because if you missed one episode, you can go right there and check it all out. We'll keep it going.
Keep it going, and also you can maybe solicit some ideas if you have. We're going to be overwhelmed. We're going to need a whole day to put all of this stuff on the air, but I don't think there's anything out there like this. There's the news, which we need. I understand that, but there's little clips. These are going to be nice stories that you can sit down with your cup of coffee or your mimosa or whatever and relax on a Sunday and go, oh, here's a nice story.
And there's some wonderful creative writers out there that have down through the years have reported on film and entertainment, and we want to help them too, because they've lost sometimes the venues and the opportunities to get their message out there, and they've got a lot to tell.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited.
I am too.
Can you tell I'm excited?
Well, I try to hold back so I don't embarrass you or anybody, but I'm like a little 6-year-old on Christmas Eve.
Oh, really?
Yep, that's right.
Oh, that's fun. Just don't try to sit on my lap, okay?
Okay.
I'm not Santa, but I will make your wishes come true. So again, it's 11 o'clock, Sunday, March 7th, and we just have so many ideas. I haven't been this excited since 1989, 1992, somewhere. Oh, that's another story. So I think this is going to be so much fun, and I know it's going to hit home with our friends and our viewers as well.
I know it will.
Give us some final words of advice why we should watch Real Life TV.
Well, of course, I'm biased with the cultural arts. I just think the cultural arts is something that we all need. It can be a diversion from what reality is right now with the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
I think we can enjoy it, and whether it's music, live theater, film, music, whatever, we'll be showing it off on Real Life TV.
Real Life TV, wonderful. How many years you been doing this as the president of Heartland Film Festivals around the world?
Well, I would like to say, Heartland Film, just getting ready to start my 5th year. But if I answered your original question, it's more like 30 or 35 years.
Oh, so you know what you're doing.
Well, either that or just in a bad rut.
I'm going to go with answer A. You know what you're doing. And it's going to be a pleasure to work with you. So we're going to be co-hosting. Won't that be fun?
I've come up in the world, haven't I, Patty?
You see what he does? You see how he does that? He turns everything around into a nice compliment.
Well, Lynn, let's don't forget we got a hot shot producer, so,
Jason Heath over there behind the board right now. Say hi, Jason.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Very good.
Do you have anything to add for the final?
Tune in, 11 a.m. WNDY-TV, and I think it's going to be a great, and only informative show, entertaining, but I think it's something that you'll make an appointment television.
Yes, and you have a story that you're submitting as well on a gentleman.
Tevin Studdard, who has made his fame doing viral videos, producing viral videos that not only hit home with viewers locally because he highlights some of his local neighborhoods that he loves, but Long's Donuts is also a topic for a viral video. So you have to tune in and see that. So
it's a wonderful. He has a lot of energy, a lot of positive vibes, and you're going to enjoy this. So take my word for it. Please take my word for it. Take Jason's word for it, and take Craig's word for it. Real Life TV is going to make your day and your weekend as well. 11 a.m. WNDY, Sunday, March 7th. That's it. Thank you, Craig.
Thank you, Patty.
I'll see you on set.
I'll be there.
Okay. Lights, camera, action. This has been the Positively Patty podcast from Wish TV. I'm Patty Spittler. Be sure to follow and subscribe to this podcast. Make sure you do that now. And check out for new updates every single week. You can also learn more at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook.
Discover more pet-friendly stories at petpalstv.com and stay with Wish TV online at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast and discover more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.